If we now go over to the material, there are a few settings that can be useful or you should consider when you're creating your materials in Blender. The first setting, of course, is back face culling. If you ever heard back face culling, if you have just like a flat plane, right? The 3D program determines which direction of the plane is forward and which one is backward. So once we enable this, nothing has changed. Wow. Did I just talk trash? No. If we now go and look at this, we can see through the plane. And if I do this, it is visible. So that is what back face culling does. It allows you to see through the object if you see the back side of the object or the back face. The next one we have is the blend mode. So the blend mode basically allows you to enable or disable transparency basically. If the blend mode is set to opaque, it means no transparency. Everything is supposed to be visible. If you set it to alpha clip, what that basically does is it kind of works like the cell shading, but only for transparency. And you can see the setup that I have here right now. I've mixed a transparent BSDF, so a transparent material, with an emission material. And right now I'm using factor 1, so full on emission. But then if I go here and reduce the factor is basically like the grading concept we talked about in the beginning. So when we set the blend mode to alpha clip, it basically works like putting a greater than or a color ramp with constant set into the factor. What we did with the greater than is we said, okay, anything above 0.5, it will be 1. So full on emission, full on input 2. If we go below 0.5, we have 0, which means we want to use transparent BSDF, the first input. And we can define at what value it's supposed to be 0 or 1 with the clip threshold. So if we set this to 0.25, for example, and then we change the value, you can see we can go below 0.5, but once we reach 0.25, it becomes transparent. That is what the clip threshold is for. But why do we even want to use this for transparency? Like, what is this useful for? It is useful for using textures in the factor input. So let's look at this noise texture. I just kind of made sure that there's like the pure white and pure dark values with the color ramp. And now if we plug this into the factor and then plug the shader into the surface, we can see now the noise texture controls how these two inputs mix. And as we know before, dark spots, the darker it is to black, the closer it is to black, the closer it is to 0, and the brighter it is, the closer it is to 1. Which means white parts will be emission, dark parts will be 0, which is transparent BSDF. But once we enable alpha clip, any value here from this noise that is above 0.5 will be 1, and anything that's below 0.5 will be 0. So now if we change the clip threshold, you can see how bright or how dark something needs to be considered transparent or considered emissive. We also have two others, which is alpha hashed. Well, let's do alpha blend first, okay? Alpha blend basically just applies the noise texture, what the noise texture gives into the factor, blended. Like if there's a gray value of 0.25, then it's going to be 0.25 emission and 0.75 transparency. Whereas alpha hashed is kind of like alpha blend, but it's noisy. That's like that's like the main difference between the two, at least visually. They behave a little bit differently, especially when you have multiple transparent objects behind each other, for example. But visually, but in the basics, is blend is smooth, and then blend hashed is noisy. So now that we know how we can affect how transparency works, let's look at the shadow modes. So the shadow mode basically just defines how shadows are created from the material that is on an object. So if you go here and set this to none, wow, no shadow. The light just goes through the object. The lighting will still affect the object itself, but the object will not throw a shadow behind it. If you set this to opaque, it will always have the shadow of the object. The transparency has no effect on the shadow. If you now set it to alpha clip, well, it looks a bit different. Let's set this also to alpha clip to make sense of what is happening. And now you can see what it does. It basically applies the alpha clip of the blend mode to the shadows too. So we could have something that is like alpha clip and then opaque. So now the shadows look like they use alpha clip, but the shading or the shader itself doesn't use it. Usually you want to combine the same things. So if you use alpha clip You want to also use Alpha Clip for the shadows. If you want to learn more about 3D anime, make sure to check out my free 3D anime course here on YouTube. In there, I basically try to condense all the information that I have gathered over the last 2.5 years of creating my projects and learning things and researching things and testing things basically. And I've tried to put it all into this one course for free, which you can see and find on YouTube. So if you're curious about that and want to learn more and go more in depth in creating your own 3D anime, for example, make sure to check out the description where you'll find the link to it. Otherwise, I guess you can also just enjoy more of these clips if you want. So yeah, do whatever you want.